Ladies and gentlemen, join us as we embark into uncharted territory. No format, no script, only an outline of a suggestion of a plan.
We are your hosts, Scott Grubb.
Matt Robison.
Dan Default.
And we are Unbracketed. Boom, 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 boom. I like doing the vocal insert.
Yeah, I'm never going to add it into the audio itself, but I appreciate you doing it.
Yeah, no, it's kind of why. Like, I kind of figured. You do enough with the editing as it is. Why add anything to it?
It is extra.
Yeah. Fellas, we've hit a milestone.
It's way better than a kidney stone.
Never had one of those either.
You know, I've had people tell me with as much soda as I drink, they're surprised to learn that I haven't either. I guess you're in that same boat.
Yeah, I get that a lot.
Yeah,
I get that a lot. True. Have you never had a kidney stone, Dan?
Is it just a
maybe we're the ones that are correct.
Is it just a soda thing, or is it? I thought they were more prevalent with dark sodas. I might be making that up. I don't know.
Honestly, no idea. I mean, it could be. Everybody always said soda, but it could be like a. Hold on. What causes kidney stones?
This is a weird thing for us to go off on, but now I'm interested. I'm invested.
Yeah, I mean, we have an outline, but this is where we've gone. And what better way to be unbracketed than to just throw away the outline for a moment?
Mm-hmm. Eating too much sodium, added sugar and protein from meat, poultry, and fish, and not enough fluids. So maybe the fact that water is the first ingredient in all of our sodas.
Is it also possibly because
that it is a fluid?
Is it also possibly because we all drink diet soda, so there's no sugar?
I mean, it did say specifically added sugar, so, and everybody's always going to say, "Oh, but it's the fake sugar that's really going to get you." Fuck off, fuck you all. I like my fake sugar.
When I die, my insides will be perfectly preserved, and I'm okay with it.
I'm just prepping, you know? That's really what it's all about.
I will have enjoyed every Diet Dr. Pepper and Diet Pepsi and Diet Mountain Dew along the way. What were we saying? Milestone. That was how this was beginning.
That's what you said. I don't know that I believe it.
You know, I mean, it is kind of interesting that we just arbitrarily have decided as a culture that 100 of something is a milestone, but here we are. Episode number 100.
Now, are episodes like anniversaries, you know?
I mean, we did celebrate the anniversary of Bracketology.
That was a single anniversary. I'm just saying, like, you know how there's like the 10-year anniversary gift and the 20-year anniversary gift? What's the 100-year anniversary gift? What's the 100-episode gift?
100 anniversary gift is probably like tombstones.
Marble. It's marble.
Is it really marble?
I don't know, but it should be. You shouldn't cheap out on your partner's headstone.
Mm-hmm.
100 anniversary gift. Centennial Treasures commemorate the 100th anniversary with a gift that symbolizes longevity and precious memories. That's bullshit.
That's not. There's not going to be a defined thing for 100th anniversary. That's not a possibility.
Incorrect. 1 to 100. I found a website. Hold on. So at 10th anniversary, for example, how long have you been married to Ashley, Scott?
A little over 7 years.
Long enough for her to know better.
It'll be 8 next year.
So your 8th anniversary is bronze and pottery.
If I get my wife a bronze pot, that's just one more thing and one more reason for her to hit me with.
So then the 10th anniversary is tin. 20th anniversary is China.
That's 2 on the nose.
30th anniversary is pearl. Then 40th, ruby. There's one for every year in between. I'm just looking at the big ones. So then we get to 100th anniversary, 10 karat diamond. So Scott,
okay. So putting aside the fact that this is all made up, 100th is particularly made up. That's not a possibility. We don't live long enough to have been married 100 years.
Hold on. I think the oldest ever recorded human died not that long ago, and she was 124 years old.
Great.
So she could have gotten married even before the age of like 24 and still made it to 100th anniversary.
Her partner
And
would
she's
also have to have been old enough to do that.
irrelevant. And she would have
It takes
only been able
two to have an anniversary.
She would have only been able to get a credit card for like the last third of her life.
Yeah, correct.
Yay, marginalized communities.
Fucking.
What does any of this have to do with the retrospective of the last 100 or 99 episodes? This, I mean, what a better way to commemorate it than to be our true selves, right? This rambling and.
Did you all ever think that we would make it to 100 episodes?
I've wanted to quit so many times.
Was this on your dream board?
Now, I
Vision
will
board?
say, I do think that it's impressive that not
We haven't killed each other
only.
yet.
Well, sure, but that's helped out by distance, you know.
That's true.
Matt took away my golf club when we were on the course. That's the only reason you're still here, Dan.
But not only have we hit 100 episodes, we've hit 100 episodes every week.
We have not missed a single episode.
We have not missed a single episode. And you know why?
Because we're OCD.
Oh. Well, there's that too.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of that.
We're way too obsessive compulsive to miss an episode. Are you kidding me? When are we going to be able to record? 4 a.m. on Tuesday before the episode comes out. All right, well, let's do it then. That's the only open time we've got.
What has been like? Is there a moment over the last 99 episodes that you think is the most memorable for you, or that stands out?
Yeah, probably the time that we ended the recording session, and I was legitimately angry at Dan because of how his Bob Barker versus SpongeBob opinion.
Yeah,
his Bob Barker opinions. Period.
I was actually gonna say that too, because it wasn't just that moment. It was
for months
of us arguing back and forth, and like a Facebook tantrum. He took away my Facebook privileges because I was going in and correcting his takes on our Facebook page.
Put your ass in timeout.
Yeah. That's definitely one of my most memorable moments. Another moment that comes to mind every time I think about this show is Sexiest Mustache. That whole episode from beginning to end had me in stitches. I think that is the most I have laughed while recording an episode, and even after the episode, and when I listen to the episode later, I'm still just cracking up.
I'm not gonna lie, I do take quite a bit of pride in being the producer of that episode. And frequently, if I'm talking to somebody about the fact that we have a podcast and I'm describing it, that's usually like the first example I give. I'm like, we debate random topics in a tournament format, like sexiest mustache, best breakfast cereal, and that's always like my go-to first one. I think if that's the episode, it's like, if we want to give somebody an introduction to it, it's a good start.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
Matt, how about you? What stands out?
I mean, there's just been so much, just all over the place.
Your memory also isn't fully functional for this type of question, right?
It is. So I was having a conversation with somebody at work about my memory and how it's incredible for things like TV shows or books that I've read, or numbers, just random numbers. But then when it comes to anything necessary or recent, fucking dead.
You know what's funny? So literally earlier today, pull back the curtain a little bit. I put in like our outline of what our episode was going to be in our chat conversation. And when I did, I updated to say, this is going to be the episode that airs on 10/22. And as soon as I typed that, my brain, being with numbers, like you said, went 10/22, red alert. That means something. Take a second, think about it. 100. This is 100, episode 100. Like, that's how I remembered. I saw the date and went, oh, I remember thinking that's an important date. As far as
Did you
conversations we've
confirm
had,
that?
yes, I did. I did
Okay,
go
I
back
just
and
want to make
confirm
sure
it. This
before we
is,
like
in fact,
release it, and then
yeah.
this is
I'm just
actually
making it
98.
up.
We make all this grandeur and pompous circumstance, and this is episode 99.
But I also, I think the hard part is
That
that
would track.
we
Yeah.
we've had 99 recorded conversations on top of all the other conversations we've had while playing video games or whatever. So like, how am I supposed to remember any of it? You know, it does
Yeah.
blur. No, I'm being, if we're being honest.
It absolutely blurs. I don't know. I think that this has been a lot of fun, and it's been something that I think that we can do for a long time. And even if it's, I've said this 100 times, right? But like, I think the best part about this is that it's for us, right? It's a chance for us to kind of document our conversations, and if somebody wants to join in on that, they get an opportunity. And we get some people that really do and appreciate it. So I thank you to people who listen tremendously.
It's just for us, but I really would like it if more people listened.
If we could get monetized and sponsored.
Mountain Dew, Diet Pepsi, Taco Bell.
I mean,
Look,
really,
we're-
I'm a fan of the whole Frito-Lay organization, if we're being honest. I mean, give me some Fritos, some Tostitos, some Diet Pepsi, some Taco Bell, some KFC. I'm here for all of it. That's the
Another
best
thing
feeling
that
in
kind of
food.
sticks out to me as we look back on 100 episodes of us being idiots are the people that have joined us, right? So we've had some really cool guests that brought some really cool bracket ideas for us. So I want to take a minute to thank the bracketeers that have joined us to give us brackets, and Scott's wife to give us probably one of our most torturous
Assignments.
assignments in reading Ice Hard Barbarians or whatever.
Ice Hard Barbarian. Honestly, it's a
Better
more
title.
It's a better
Yeah.
title. It's more accurate.
Better title.
Yeah,
suck on that, Ruby Dixon.
it better allows you to judge the book by its cover. Dang it.
Yeah, our
I had a
guest-
question and then I
Well,
lost
on
it with that.
On that note, like, because our guests have like, and there haven't been a ton of guests, we haven't had a ton of people on to guest, but do we want to try to get guests again? Do we want to try to like open those floodgates for people as we move forward? And Scott continually tries to get a cameo of a semi-important or relevant celebrity.
I've been working on it.
I don't know if you could call them floodgates. I mean, it might be a nice trickle from a faucet. But yes, I think we should have more guests, but I think we should leave it up to the bracketeers. So there's a call to action to the bracketeers out there. What would you like to come on and discuss? Do you have bracket ideas? Let us know in the Discord.
Why
Yeah,
did this
I'd
turn
also
into
like-
an ad read all of a sudden?
I'd also like to just point out though that is not a standing offer forever. So if we make it real big, that offer goes away. Like listeners can't just randomly come on. But for now, small intimate group of like-minded individuals.
Mm-hmm.
Did that help you with your question there, Scott? Or
No, it's fine. I was going to move on.
Well, I have one last question since we're reminiscing about the past. Is there any bracket that you all feel like we did not get right or that you would like to revisit?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, Matt, you were the first to answer. What's your bracket?
It's not necessarily that I disagreed with the winner.
I think I have a guess.
I think
Yeah,
I
you
also,
both know
I think we all
exactly
have
what
the
it
same.
is.
Yeah.
It's fucking Best TV Mom should be revisited because of that bullshit.
Yeah, that's not what I was guessing.
No, not at all where I was going to go with that.
Are you thinking WWE?
No. Really? Okay,
Yeah.
hold on. All right, we all have different answers.
divisive?
We all have different answers here. Okay, go
For
Matt,
me.
go ahead. Why TV Mom?
Because fucking Vivian Banks got screwed early. And
by
fucking
Mr. Banks.
and
At least
fucking
3
what's
times.
her face did not deserve to go as far as she did. I want us to.
Who's what's her face?
I can't remember
Joyce.
her actual that one, Joyce Byers.
Mm.
Yeah. Byers.
And I would
She
like
went to
an
the Upside
unbiased.
Down and fought a Demogorgon.
We're not rehashing this argument. That's not how this is going to go. I'm saying I would like an unbiased view of that bracket.
You want
again.
it? Wait, hold on. You want an unbiased opinion?
I didn't say opinion. I said view.
Okay. Dan, why WWE?
Oh, because I knew that he hated the Final Four. Like all 4 Fatal 4 members that made it to that part of the program. And in addition, I don't think that he was that big of a fan of our criteria, because I think there are a lot of wrestlers that he would have preferred to be in that bracket that weren't in there. So that's why I chose WWE, is that he was not a fan of it from creation to finalization.
That just tells us that his hatred for Joyce Byers was so strong that it overcame the dislike that he had for the 4 in the WWE. Is there? I would rehash Best Bob again. I think you fools got that one wrong. I think there were a couple that were wrong in there. I think there's one that was more wronger than the others, but there's a reason why I still try to fight about it. Here we are months later.
Yeah, almost a year later.
And I'm still going to fight you about it. Dan, what about you? Is there one you think we should revisit?
I think probably Best Cereal. Even though we still make callbacks to that bracket to this day, I think going off of a list that was formulated in 2012 or whenever the fuck it came from, we left some good competition out of that. So that would be a bracket that I would like to go back and revisit.
I thought about that one a little bit. That was, I think, the first time we discussed this type of question was my first thought. My only reason for it to not be my answer, I agree. I think our criteria and our starting 32 was rough and that we could have done it differently. But in the end, would there be a different winner? Or would the repetition of that bracket be an exercise in futility?
So I here's my suggestion, right? Is that I don't know that it would be a different winner. It's hard to say, right, without actually doing it. However, I do think what would be fun is for that to be a live episode where we each have like a shot glass of each cereal and milk.
Oh.
And each one we just, while we're there, right, while we're all together. And by the end of it, we're like, oh, we just need to get this over with.
So we have to buy 32 boxes and probably some sort of insulin to make it through.
And Lactaid.
Well,
we're definitely going to need Lactaid and Pepto.
No, you're going to need Lactaid.
I will.
Not all of us are lactose
We're going to
intolerant.
need nose plugs. You're going to need Lactaid.
I mean, maybe if we can get a handshake sponsorship deal from Kellogg or General Mills, somebody to help cut into some of the costs, I'd be down, or like a grocery store chain.
You heard that grocery store, just a national fucking grocery store chain sponsoring
hit us up.
a podcast with 8 people listening. Would be amazing.
Hey, we're real cheap. Just donate 32 boxes of cereal, and we'll talk about you every episode for a year.
They can be on the line of expiring too. We aren't picky.
Yeah. Honestly, if they're just going to be thrown away, just set them out back. We'll come pick it up.
It doesn't even have to be a donation.
I just think that'd be a fun way to revisit.
I'm not talking full chain. I'm talking. I'm willing to sponsor the inventory manager of the specific King Supers here in my town if he'll just leave 32 boxes of almost expired cereal in the building one night.
Ray, did you hear that?
We will give you a bracketology sticker for your troubles.
He leaves boxes of cereal out back, and then when he comes back the next day, there's just a rock sitting on top of a sticker.
It's our own shitty version of a cereal fairy.
Yeah, there we go. I'm willing to fight off the raccoons if I have to.
The
It
raccoons.
wouldn't be the first time.
All right. Well, all right. One more final follow-up question to this. Where do you see us 100 episodes from now?
I mean, I think one of us is dead.
Wow, in 100 episodes?
Yeah, I think one of us is going to get stabbed. We'll come back to life, but like during the final episode, they'll be dead for a few minutes.
Oh, so like while recording, that's going to happen.
Yeah,
Ashley's
but then
gonna get real mad at Scott.
then they'll
It's gonna be like the
resuscitated.
scene from Psycho.
She just pops out of one of the little pop bucket boxes behind him.
Yeah, and we're sitting here in shock. The police show up. She gets tased. They start CPR, and he jumps back up. We'd like to thank Aaron O'Donnell from Aaron O'Donnell Music.
I think that we're very much in the same place that we were today in 100 episodes.
How about it?
Hopefully I look a little bit different.
I was going to say, instead of where do you think we'll be? What do you hope for 100 episodes from now?
Boobs.
Okay, fair.
I don't know.
I hope my background looks different. I've been thinking a lot lately about getting rid of some of the action figures, and I hope that within 100 episodes from now, I've finally got a fire under my ass and I've gotten rid of some of them. So I'm going to go with that. I'm going to hope for a different background. How about you, Dan? Any hopes for 100 from now?
I hope we get enough listeners to get monetized and sponsored. I think that would be really great to make a little money off this.
I'm gonna lower those expectations. I hope we double our listener base to 12.
I'll take
Have
that.
some faith. We're absolutely gonna do that.
16
somehow.
would be great. All right. What if it
34.
happened? Wouldn't it be great? Hey, speaking of what if, Dan, what if Wednesday?
Yeah. So I don't know why I thought of this, but the hypothetical questions are something that I've always liked to do. So I thought we'd make it a whole thing, or at least a segment called What If Wednesdays, where one of us comes with a random question or questions, and then we discuss. So my first question, which is a nice introductory to what is, I'm hoping, going to be an even tougher question. First question, what if animals could vote? Like, think about what if animals could vote. Do you think they would be more blue or more red? What would voter registration look like? Can you imagine commercials specified to voting animals?
I think there are many aspects of this that we would have to explore. The first being, how are they? Never mind. Yeah, it's wild. It's a crazy thought. I think.
What was
Look,
that half a comment?
I was gonna go down a dark path, and I decided not to. And
Be your true self. Let's look. We started Unbracketed because we said that the brackets we were doing hindered our conversation, right? It put us in a box. We started Unbracketed so we could be our true selves. Speak your truth. I've sent you all a couple dark thoughts over the last few days.
Yeah, they weren't recorded, at least not for the world to see. I mean, I think the real question is, are they really going to be allowed to vote? That is the first and foremost. I guess that determines if they'd be red or blue, because if they're red, they're probably going to be allowed to vote. But if they're blue, I don't know. I do think that most animals would probably be on the side of, hey, we should fix climate change and we should reintroduce animals into their natural habitats, and we should things along those lines, which generally makes me think that they're progressive.
I feel like all my dog would be treats. Like he would be easy, or she would be easily swayed um, by a bully stick or
I
chicken
mean,
jerky.
they don't give water out at voting lines. You think they're going to give bully sticks out?
I mean, to get the votes.
What?
Might
I
be
think that's-
easier than redistricting entire states.
What are the platforms that would be, or like if you had like single issue voting for pets, like what are the things that they're going to be the most, or like the stances that they would take, or what are maybe some pet specific things that they like? They'd want some kind of legislation against mailmen, right? Like that's they're definitely going to take issue with that.
Or like, if you live in a house that has cats and dogs, I'm guaranteeing that cat is like, I want less time with the dog.
Yeah. I mean, I think free food would be up there.
They don't pay for food as it is.
That's also true.
Maybe if they can vote, they definitely have a sense of the economy.
I've been paying for my animals' food.
You can't say that. There's so many voters right now that don't have a sense of the economy.
Let me rephrase it. I believe that animals would have a better sense of the economy if they had the ability and the frontal cortex to vote.
I think they might want to vote for less work hours, right? So that their humans are gone less.
Shorter work week, yeah.
Yeah.
We'd all be on like 4x10.
I would also like to vote for that one.
Ooh, you know what the downside? They would definitely be against universal health care.
Because less bones?
Because less vet visits. Jesus Christ.
Are you okay?
Less vet visits. That was hard. Say that 3 times fast.
Does universal health care extend to the pets?
It would. Should.
I mean, I guess they...
Yeah. If they're voting, they're a citizen. Yeah. They have human rights. Dog rights are human rights.
Shit, my dog's rights are better than mine, I feel.
That's what I'm saying. My dog lives such a better life than I ever have.
That's because you give it to her.
Yep.
If you were giving you your life, it would have been much, much better.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if reincarnation is a thing, I want to come back as a spoiled white person's animal.
Oh. You're going to say spoiled white person?
No.
It's like, you're halfway there, bro.
You got that covered. Aww. Oh, please. Like, you don't know we have privilege.
I know. All right.
It's disappointing as it is.
I do want to bring up the other question because this one's the one that I'm really excited about. So any last thoughts on voting animals?
I'd love it. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Do they also get a vote on like American Idol and stuff though?
I don't know why they wouldn't. I would love to see a squirrel like texting their vote on his cell phone.
It pans to the crowd and it's just a little tiny.
It's all squirrels and guinea pigs and
the contestants just a husky on stage.
Squirrels are like, no.
Golden buzzer.
You're saying this, but I would 1,000% watch that show.
I know I can tell right now you're mad it's not a thing.
Yeah, a little bit.
I just want to throw that out there. That is an animated movie, basically. Sing,
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, what's your second? What if?
All right, this one, I'm excited about. What if your dreams were broadcast on live TV? Every night you go to sleep, your dreams, no filters, no edits, just the raw, uncut window into your subconscious.
So we're talking cable after 11.
Yeah. But like
Here's
each
this.
channel is specific to you, right? So like what are there 8 billion people in the world? You'd have 8 billion channels and you could literally watch anybody's dreams.
I was gonna make
Those
a
would be
joke, but
really
it doesn't make any
confusing
sense.
channels. Like none of it would make sense for anyone else.
I mean,
That's what you
maybe.
think, but if you can figure out a way to broadcast streams, and you probably have to translate it into something that can then be semi understood. Not saying that they would all make sense, but at least you could like kind of understand the visuals. I 100% am down for this. Like I think I've talked about it on this podcast before. When I was a kid, I wanted to invent a device that would allow you to record your dreams and watch them back the next day.
Yeah, I would imagine that this dream machine would have some sort of DVR capability. Dream video recording, if you would.
I won't.
But
Double DVR.
I also want you to think about the fact that your own dreams would be out there for everybody who knew you to watch and dissect. So if you're dreaming about somebody you know, they would be able to watch that.
I'm going to be completely honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not ashamed of my dreams. I talk about my dreams actively all the time. I'm absolutely going to allow people to watch my dreams. And if it means that I get a little bit of kickback every now and then,
Yeah, am I getting? Is this a monetized thing? Is there
it's probably based on viewership, right?
right?
I would have to imagine. Yeah.
I mean, I'm okay with it. I don't
If-
dream that often.
if-
If I do, I don't know what they are. I don't ever remember mine.
Our dreams would absolutely just be like our podcast. There would be 12 listeners or viewers, and that would be it.
I mean,
I imagine
there's-
Scott's dreams are like the show Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Mm.
If anybody remembers that, I
Yeah,
imagine that's how Scott dreams, in the same art style and everything.
This is a weird side story, but years and years ago, Space Ghost Coast to Coast they had CDs of the different voice actors like singing songs in skit format. And one of my friends wasn't answering his cell phone, so I completely filled up his voicemail box with the entire CD. Once it told me that the recording of the message had stopped, I would stop the CD, call again. As soon as it said beep, hit play, and I did that through the entire CD. And then I also did it to his parents' like phone, home phone that had the built-in like with the little
cassette
Tape.
tapes.
Yeah, little cassette tapes. I did it to that too.
That is the most believable story I've ever heard you tell.
Also, how much fucking time did you have on your hands? Like to just.
I mean, I was young, so more than I do now.
Okay. I don't know. I think that'd be interesting, especially if there's money involved.
I mean, you have to think though. At that point, if there's 8 billion channels, to even have 12 viewers is pretty impressive, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't ever really remember my dreams, so I couldn't tell you what I'm dreaming about most of the time anyway.
We should
So-
start
Also-
dream journaling.
I'd have to remember them when I wake up in the morning to have anything to write down.
Yeah, and that's
So
how you
don't
get that
remember
better.
any of your dreams?
No,
Like
no,
ever?
No, I wake up a blank slate, ready for the day.
Really?
No, usually I'm pretty groggy and I don't want to get out of bed, but I'm still a blank slate.
But like you, in your life, have you ever remembered any dreams?
I mean, maybe for a few hours after I wake up, but then it's gone.
That's why
Well,
dream
that's
journaling is
just-
important.
I mean,
Yeah.
sure, for the like 1 or 2 times a year that I remember, sure.
But
But,
it's proven. It's proven somewhere that if you if you record your dream as much as you can remember, as soon as you wake up, you will remember your dream more and more frequently. And it'll also make it a lot more likely for you to have a lucid dream.
Because you're like flexing that muscle,
Don't
so to speak.
know that I have the interest level enough to dedicate any level of commitment to that. To even understand why I'd want to.
You know what, Scott? Fuck your dreams, okay?
Wow.
I have given up on your dreams at this point.
My dreams gave up on me. They'd be if they wanted to be remembered, they'd be more memorable.
It's definitely not that you fried your brain in any way.
So many ways. Dan, what about you? How would you feel if your dreams were broadcast?
I mean, I feel like they could make interesting television. I have weird dreams. For years, I used to have like recurring zombie dreams. And unfortunately, well, maybe fortunately, those are have stopped. But like for a long time, I felt like I could turn those dreams into a book. They happen with such frequency.
The only go ahead, sorry.
No, I think the other thing that would be interesting to see is like, in a dream, I guess, Scott, you might not know this, but usually in a dream, you end up in a place with no real thought given to how you got there or what happened before. You just completely accept the fact that you're in this place that is weird, right? It would be interesting to see that, like, played out
Visualized.
on screen. Yeah.
Are there any places that you all dream that you're in that you know or maybe aren't real or are like blurred views of a place that you have been, but it's like a recurring location for you?
I've told y'all about my recurring location, so
That's true. And I do recall. And I also recall the time that you got upset about us not recalling the previous time when you talked about it. I don't know why you have a thing for monster trucks, but I do recall. Mine's a mall. I'm not saying I've never dreamt before. I know what it means to dream. I've woken up and been like, oh, I was lucid in that dream. I've experienced that as well. I know what it is, but I just don't remember them often, very often at all. But mine's a mall. Like I know that when I do dream, a recurring location for me is it's a mall, but it's not quite right. Like the architecture doesn't fully make sense for where things are for it to like truly be a mall, but I know it as a mall. But yeah, I never have given any thought as to why I'm there or whatever. It's just that's where the events that are occurring, and I don't know why. So I guess people would see that a lot. I assume.
yeah, I
Which
mean
again, I don't.
that's fair. You have a thing for malls. That's fine. We're not here to kink shame you.
It's
Dan?
nostalgia at this point in
Yeah.
2025.
I mean, there are
I've had a
still
number-
malls. It's just not the same vibe at all.
Yeah.
They have tax services and casket stores. and F-150s lodged in them. Hey,
Yeah.
throw back to last week. Go give it a listen.
It was a Dodge Challenger.
Oh, that's right. My bad.
I have had frequent dreams about the last place that I was employed.
You mean
and-
nightmares? Those are
yeah,
called nightmares.
Yeah, that's true.
There's a
They
specific.
never are good dreams.
That place still haunts you all this time later.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I had nightmares about it for a while after too.
And have you heard of there's a segment of people that cannot visualize items when they think. When they think it's in words, right?
Yeah.
That is completely different from how I think in pictures all the time and song. But I wonder what their dreams look like.
Yeah. No, it's a fair question. Because it is interesting to think about how different people process information and things along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
I
dreams
know
probably-
some.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, I do know some people that don't have an internal monologue in any way. And I always think that that's super interesting too. Because, like, my mind doesn't shut the fuck up ever.
Same.
I would think their dreams look like the YouTube lyric videos, like when a song comes out and it's just the lyrics scrolling on the screen. Um, what's funny? At the end of the night, I can tell when I am like most ready for sleep based on when my inner monologue starts to just go crazy. I tend to go to sleep at night with like a headband on that has speakers on it, and I listen to a podcast. And when I realize that I'm no longer like listening to the podcast, but my mind has wandered to something else, I'll snap back to the podcast and be like, oh, I'm about to go to sleep in a second. And then a minute or two later, I'm out. It's the weirdest, but like I know that's my brain's routine, and I've recognized it at this point, and it's true every night. Maybe
Interesting.
I wonder if I dream about Conan O'Brien and I just don't remember it.
Possibility.
It is
I
the
could see it.
podcast I go to sleep listening to most nights at this point.
Just a gigantic ginger haunting your dreams.
Probably.
Speaking of gigantic gingers, do we want to talk about our health journeys a little bit?
Yeah.
Throwback to our retrospective of the 100 episodes of Bracketology, it is kind of neat having it as like a being able to see a progression of the wellness journey. But sure, we did What If Wednesday. Now it's time for Wellness Wednesday.
I mean, I think
How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
feeling fairly good. I mean, physically not a whole lot different than 2 weeks ago, but mentally I'm feeling pretty good for the most part. You've lost the most weight so far since we've started this thing. How do you feel?
Yeah, so we did our weigh in. I mean, at the date for time we're recording this, yesterday. For the release date, it would have been last Wednesday. And I weighed in. So in all the years that I've been trying to lose weight and all the multiple attempts I've made in the Atkins diet and the keto diet, no, I never did Atkins, the keto diet and all the other things I've done, I have hit the lowest I've ever hit in the process of trying to lose weight. I got down to 215, and that's what I'm saying. That retrospective is kind of cool because I can definitely see it. Like when we start to record and the camera hits me, I'm like, I can see the difference in my face. And if I go back and watch old, I can see. And then like, I'm a stand up, but like the way some of my clothes fit, like I can really see the difference. And so, not that I've ever stood up on camera before for anyone to have the comparison of, but like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling pretty happy about it.
It is a lot easier to see your third nipple.
Yeah, just hard right here. Yeah, it's up on my right shoulder.
So how much weight have you lost?
From my absolute max to where I am now, outside the confines of our bracketology competition that we're running or whatever, I am down 21 pounds. Is that right?
Nice.
No,
I don't know if
that's
right.
not right. I am down. I am down. What did I say? I'm 215. So no, I'm down 31 pounds.
You'd look like a
31
completely
pounds.
different person at 115 pounds.
Yes, yeah, emaciated and in trouble. Yeah, no, I'm down 31 pounds. 31 pounds altogether.
Dan,
I've
you've
basically lost one of my children.
You've lost a substantial amount as well, Dan.
I have, and I agree with you, Scott. It is fun to go back and watch older episodes because like I have less of a double chin. It's a 1.5 chin. And that's exciting. But as of yesterday's weigh-in, I have 2 pounds that are proving to be more stubborn than the previous 28. I am down 28 pounds from where I started. Um, I really wanted to hit that even 30 mark. I don't know why we as humans celebrate things in groups of 10, but we do, as evidenced by earlier in the show. And yeah, that 30, that nice round 30 pounds, and I do mean round. Uh,
It is a very round number. I mean, if you really
Yeah,
think about, like, it's curvy.
yeah.
It's a good looking
So was
number.
I, and I am a little less curvy now, so that's nice.
I mean, again, in the multiple attempts that I made, there was always a plateau. There was always a point where it was like, "Ah, I can't get past this hump."
Hmm.
So, I mean, it I hit that again this in this current attempt, and I got kind of mad at it. I was like, fuck this plateau. I'm not staying here again.
Hmm.
And so I went a little hard in the paint one week and just kind of broke through it. To be fair, I also had a rough week this past week. My biggest drop in one week came from, I mean, I had to be quite clear and but honest with everyone. I had 2 days of tummy troubles where I did not eat pretty much anything. I mean, I had a little bit here and there because I knew I needed to like survive and live, but
Hmm.
I had very little. So 2 days of an upset stomach. Um, it didn't hurt, that's for sure. It's not my preferred method, and it's not the way I would recommend for anyone. But it did make a big impact for me this latest weigh-in. So, how about you, Matt? From a uh, your goals perspective,
I mean,
I think the other parts are going to take time.
the biggest thing for me is my cholesterol, right? That was the thing that my doctor was most worried about. And I feel like I've done pretty good with that for the most part. Like I've been looking at actual nutritional stats and things like that to make sure that there's not a whole bunch of cholesterol and things. And there have been a couple, slip ups or just like, oh, this will just be easy, whatever. But overall, like I haven't eaten red meat in a while. I have not, like, a lot of the big cholesterol items I've tried to cut out. Eating a lot of chicken, a lot of rice, a lot of salsa, chips and salsa. That's become my new snacking item. Do love chips and salsa. Weight wise, I have not really gone down. And I do know big part of that is exercise, and I need to get my exercise increased a little bit. But in addition to that, and I was talking to Scott about this. I think I was talking to Scott about this. I am like also growing, so I don't know how much that's counteracting the weight loss aspect of it, like physically. So we're gonna have to see as time moves on. But I do plan on trying to get a little bit more active to try to help with that as much as I can.
Gotcha.
I
Is
think
there a
that's the
huge delay?
there is a
You're
huge
having
delay.
you're having some technical issues. It's all right. We
Yeah,
got this.
That's this horse
I
shit.
think that's my problem. As so, I started at 260. It's the heaviest that I've ever been. And what's funny, the doctor told me at the beginning of the year that I needed to lose weight. Um, and it wasn't until I got my license renewed and I got my picture taken and I just looked like a fucking blob that I actually decided to do something about it. So August 19th is when I first logged in and started counting my calories, weighed myself. I was 260. Um, and I have been pretty easily losing weight just by counting my calories and trying to get at least 30 minutes of activity in a day. Um, I usually go on about a mile and a half or 2 mile walk. It takes roughly around 30 minutes to get that in. But at this point, I feel like I'm going to have to start actually exercising. And my knees are already protesting that thought. Uh, but I'm going to have to work harder to get through the last 20 or so pounds that I really wanted to get through.
Yeah, I really have not incorporated. I've paid for a gym membership for like 3 months. I've gone twice. Um, so that's a great track record. Again, don't come to me for financial advice. Rocket Money. They advertise on podcasts all the time, right? So yeah, I know I need to incorporate that. I was doing really good about going on walks for every day for a couple weeks, and I've kind of fallen off these last two. I need to try and get back into that, but I'm gonna be on my feet a lot this coming weekend, so I'm looking forward to that, kind of taking care of it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still happy with where I'm at, so no complaints here.
Good.
All right, Matt, is your internet working again?
Fuck if I know, man. I'm here for the ride.
All right, well, you seem responsive and you're not digitized anymore, which is good because up next we have Matt's mystery game.
So here's where the brackets were a little bit easier for us. This is for the listeners. We didn't have to plan a whole lot once we got the bracket put together for 6 episodes, right?
Yeah.
Then we're like, you know what? Let's get rid of the brackets. We'll just, have some topics we'll talk about. It's become a little bit of a challenge to come up with topics every week that aren't exactly the same over and over again. But we have gotten into this rotation of doing games. And so I figured, why not do a game for you all?
That sounds great. We don't have to do a game every week, but I'm excited for yours.
So with Halloween coming up, I figured, can I, with Oktuki coming up,
I did that just for you.
Can I make something that was a little bit, it incorporated some of the spookiness of Oktukiness? You know what I mean?
I hear you.
So we're going to play Urban Legend or Reddit Post.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward. I'm going to give you a story. The way that this is going to set up, I've got a few different options. In each of them, only one piece of information is going to come up at a time, right? So first, it's just going to be the name of the thing, whether, it's the urban legend or Reddit post. I tried to make them kind of equalish in terms of like how they're named. And then one at a time, a detail will come up. The first person to buzz in gets to say if they think it's an urban legend or a Reddit post. If they get it right, they get a point. If they get it wrong, the other person gets a point. Pretty straightforward. Make sense? Okay, there's no ties. It's just first one to buzz in each time gets to answer. Motherfucker.
I don't like it anymore.
We lost you again, buddy.
Buzz in. That's all I heard.
You want to know the most frustrating part about this?
What's that?
I don't control the internet in any way. I have no idea what's going on with it. No idea. I don't know if
Same as your
it's
thermostat.
Downgraded completely or what. So, any questions about the rules? I'm going to need more responsive answers, so I don't think that I lost my internet again. Okay?
If Louisiana Swamp Monster comes up, can I buzz in and say Scott in college?
Look,
not an option.
Alex, okay?
2 options.
Okay.
Is it a Reddit post or is it an urban myth, an urban legend? All right. Your buzzer sounds are your names. Let's go with number 1. Okay. Starting first, the Phantom Hitchhiker. A man driving home late at night picks up a young woman hitchhiking in the rain. When he pulls up to the house that she requested, he looks over and she's gone, no longer in his car. The man knocks on the door. Yeah, Scott?
I'm going to say this is an urban legend.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm throwing it out there.
So the man knocks on the door of the house that he took this woman to, but an old woman answers. The man asks about the woman from the car, and the old lady responds, "My daughter died in a car crash on the road 10 years ago tonight." That is an urban legend. So Scott gets 1 point.
I've heard that or similar variations to that
Yeah.
story so many times.
There are tons of versions of this story. Woman in White, right? There's all kinds of that, but essentially it all boils down to the same thing. A guy picks up a hitchhiker and it's a ghost. It's a ghost.
Ooh.
All right. Number 2. Midnight Shift. A teenager.
Sorry.
A teenager works fast food on the night shift. Every night, a woman comes through the drive-thru at 3:15 a.m. and orders a black coffee and nothing else. After days, the teenager finally asks why she's always up so late.
Scott,
Scott,
this is a Reddit post.
final answer?
And you're gonna have to ring in earlier. Yeah, that's my final answer. This is a Reddit post.
She responds, "This is the only place open where I died." This is a urban legend.
Does Dan get the point then because I was wrong, or did he just never buzzed in?
Yeah, he gets the point because you were wrong.
Ha! Suck it.
This is kind of like there are a ton of different versions of this, right? But like whether it's at a diner or a gas station or something else, but there's a person or a character who constantly does the same thing every night at the same time. Come to find out, they've been dead the whole time. Okay, number 3, the attic tenant. A man keeps noticing things. Dan,
Is it Reddit post?
I know this one.
Man keeps noticing things going missing around his house. This includes everything from food to random bits of his clothing. He sets up a camera thinking it's his roommate messing with him. Reviewing the footage shows a woman climbing down from the ceiling, eating his food, and crawling back up into the ceiling. This is a Reddit post. This is another one of those, although there have been videos of people actually like living in walls and shit that have been shared on Reddit. But this kind of started out as like creepypasta, like somebody living in your attic trying to terrify people. All right, 2 points to Dan, 1 point to Scott. Up next, the reflection that blinked. When brushing their teeth one night, someone saw their reflection blink a second later than they did. The next night, they tried to film it with their phone, but instead the reflection smiled before they snapped the picture. Their phone shut off immediately. When they turned it back on, there was a new photo in their camera roll. A picture of them asleep. Dan?
That's a Reddit post.
Final answer?
Sure.
That is a Reddit post, yeah. So this is a Reddit post.
That'd be creepy as fuck, though.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm moving. I'm done. I don't know what's going on, but I feel like I need to move.
Yeah, that would be a little bit terrifying. Not just I think any one of these things happening in
On their
isolation,
own, shit in my pants.
Terrifying. Like if your fucking reflection, if you saw your reflection blink, that's scary. If you wake up and there's just a picture of you sleeping on your own phone, also terrifying. All right.
The house down.
So this one's for honor, because Dan has won. This is the last question. Dan has won with 3 points. The licked hand.
I hope this is a Reddit post.
A girl is home alone with her dog while her parents are gone. She is anxious as she keeps hearing noises throughout the house. Her dog always licks her hand from under the bed to calm her down, though. When she wakes up the next morning, goes to the bathroom, she finds her dog and a note. Scott?
This is an urban legend.
The note says, "Humans can lick too." This is an urban legend, yeah. This is an urban myth. I did
Sounds
leave
like
out.
Scott knew that because he was the person that left the note.
Sounds like the setup for a creepy porn remake of Scream.
I mean, humans
Doesn't
can
even
lick
have to be
too.
retitled.
So, with a score of 3-2, Dan has officially won. I did come up
Thank
with
you.
a tiebreaker. Do we want to do the tiebreaker just for shits and giggles?
Yeah.
Sure, why not? Gives us an
Okay.
opportunity to tie.
Gicks and shiggles.
The first person of you two to grab something purple gets a point.
I don't know if I have anything purple.
Yep.
Damn it.
Yeah. So we. Oh, now I'm just sharing this. This isn't what I want to do. Stop sharing. So yeah, we have a tie. Sorry, Dan.
It's all right. I still won, and Scott knows that I still won. So that's all
yeah.
that matters.
In my heart of
in his-
hearts, I'm disappointed in losing to you.
In the heart of the cards.
I don't. Digimon?
No,
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, close enough.
You uncultured swine.
not even kind of related. You. How dare you?
Next week, I can say this because I know we're gonna do something. I already have one thing planned.
Spoopy season.
It's gonna be our Halloween episode coming out
It's
Wednesday the
Octuki?
29th. Sure, I'll give it to you. Why not? Octuki. So join us next week when we have a fun-filled Halloween-themed episode. I'm already looking forward to what I'm planning on doing. So y'all come up with something, I guess.
Are we going to dress up?
I don't even know what my costume for this year is going to be yet. I should probably figure that out. I think the wife and my daughter are going to be K-pop demon hunters. I think my son's going to be the Joker. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Why don't you be the cat?
Oh, that's such a
And
good
you
movie.
could just melt into the floor.
There was a girl at work. I kept talking to her about the movie because the song "Golden" plays at work, and I kept telling her like, "Trust me, you're gonna like it. You're gonna like it." And for like 3 weeks, she never watched it. Last night, I go into work, and she was like, "So, K-pop demon hunters?" I was like, "Uh huh." She's like, "I've watched it 4 times in 48 hours." I'm like, "I told you so." Anyway, so if we're putting it on the table, I'm willing to come dressed up next week. I'll figure it out between now and then.
Yeah, I'll figure something out. But also, was she like upset that the creepy old guy at her work was correct about a movie she would like?
An animated movie she would like?
She knew it came from my kid's recommendation, so it was a little less creepy. But she did start the conversation with, "Why do you keep talking to me?"
The restraining order says.
Anyway, join us next week. Watch on YouTube. Apparently, we're going to be dressed up. I don't think we should acknowledge our costumes in the podcast. We need to force people to YouTube.
We've done that before.
That's true. As always, we want to thank the 6 of you that keep fucking coming back for this. I don't know why.
I think it's 9.
You think
It was
it's
9 on YouTube, to be fair. For
Look
last week's
at
episode.
us go. 100 episodes in. We're doing great. We want to thank Aaron O'Donnell from Aaron O'Donnell Music for the track here at the beginning and end of every episode. What else? Is that everything? I want to thank Matt for editing again.
Mm-hmm.
I want to thank Dan for. I want to thank Dan just for being here and just putting on his entertainment face, and for being his awesome self. I want to thank me. Moving on. This has been Unbracketed. I'm Scott.
I'm Matt.
And I'm Dan.
Bye-bye.